A few minutes ago, the commander of Spetsnaz Akhmat, General Apti Aladanov, made another official statement regarding the situation in the Kursk region. In particular, he said that at the Russian armed forces' disposal was a series of documents that described in detail the plan of the Ukrainian High Military Command to invade the Kursk region. According to General Apti Aladanov, Ukrainian troops, together with NATO forces, tried to capture the city of Kurchatov, where the Kursk nuclear power plant is located. However, Ukrainian nationalists and Western militants have not been able to implement this plan. Moreover, General Apti Aladanov noted that the Ukrainian army and NATO forces will never be able to even approach the city of Kurchatov. The Ukrainian General Staff, together with the NATO bloc, threw 11,600 people into the Kursk region, including active duty soldiers and officers of the armies of Western countries. Using the surprise factor, they were supposed to capture the city of Kurchatov and the Kursk nuclear power plant by August 11. However, this powerful force along with dozens of tanks have not been able to complete the task, General Apti Aladanov said. In addition, the commander of the Spetsnaz Akhmat also added that the Kiev regime used the entire remaining resource of the armed forces of Ukraine for the operation in the Kursk region. And this resource is now being systematically destroyed in the Kursk forests. General Apti Aladanov noted that by invading the Kursk region, the Kiev regime hoped to secure a strong position in the upcoming negotiations with Russia. However, instead, this pro-Western regime only worsened its situation and signed its own death warrant. General Apti Aladanov expressed confidence that the adventure of Zelensky and his Western masters to break into the Kursk region will lead to the fact that special military operation will be completed by the end of 2024, with the total victory of the Russian army and the surrender of the Kiev regime and its Western masters in Washington and London. War correspondents also confirmed the words of General Apti Aladanov. According to them, the Ukrainian armed forces lost about 2,000 soldiers and dozens of heavy military equipment, trying to approach the city of Kurchatov. At the moment, everything that is happening indicates that the Ukrainian armed forces refuse to seize the Kursk nuclear power plant located in the city of Kurchatov, and are trying to create a front line that will run along such settlements as Lyubimovka, Pokrovsky, Lebedevka, and Kazakylaknya. In addition, the Ukrainian army has also intensified its attacks on the town of Sudzha, with a population of 5,000 people. According to military journalist Gennady Alekin, as of August 15, 2024, the fighting in the Kursk region is underway mainly in the Sudzansky district. It is reported that after the Ukrainian armed forces failed to fulfill the main task and approached the city of Kurchatov, the Ukrainian High Military Command gave the order to capture the town of Sudzha at any cost. However, due to the constant airstrikes by Russian combat aviation, the Ukrainian General Staff cannot begin transferring the main reserves of the armed forces to the Sudzha area. In this regard, the Ukrainian army is trying to surround Sudzha with the help of small groups. In the last 24 hours alone, Russian troops have managed to destroy 3 small groups of the armed forces of Ukraine northwest of the town of Sudzha. Even Western military experts from numerous analytical centers admitted that as of August 15, 2024, the armed forces of Ukraine are fighting only several kilometers from the border of the Kursk region, near the settlement of Sudzha. By the way, Western experts and analysts refuted Zelensky's words that the Ukrainian armed forces allegedly control 74 settlements in the Kursk region. According to them, the words of the Ukrainian leader resemble the ramblings of a crazy person. Most likely, he meant 74 houses, not settlements. Commenting on the actions of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Kursk region, well-known German expert Franz Stefan Gatti, said that the invasion of the Kursk region by the Ukrainian army is very beneficial to Russia. According to him, the short-term successes of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kursk region may result in the defeat of the entire Ukrainian army in the long term. The German expert noted that, unlike Ukraine, Russia has huge resources and therefore Moscow benefits from expanding the front, which will inevitably lead to a crushing defeat of the armed forces of Ukraine in this war. He noted that the Ukrainian High Military Command has already begun to transfer its units to the Kursk region from other directions of the front. And this fact is very beneficial to the Russian army, which continues to take control of dozens of settlements in Donbass. The German expert expressed confidence that due to the constant attacks by Russian combat aviation, the Ukrainian General Staff will find it increasingly difficult to supply the units of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kursk region, which will inevitably lead to the complete defeat of the Ukrainian army in the next 30-40 days. In general, reading the articles of reputable Western experts, it becomes clear that even they do not believe that the operation in the Kursk region can save the armed forces of Ukraine from final defeat. Meanwhile, Russian war correspondent Andrei Rudenko declared that Russian Marines from the 810th Separate Guards Brigade destroyed an entire elite unit of Ukrainian paratroopers from the 82nd Separate Airborne Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. It is reported that the Ukrainian paratroopers were destroyed to the west of the settlement of Martynovka. Moreover, as it turned out, among the destroyed Ukrainian paratroopers there were also Polish mercenaries, who fought as part of this unit of the armed forces of Ukraine. In total, about 60 Ukrainian and Polish militants were killed near Martynovka. In addition, the Russian Marines also managed to capture the American armored fighting vehicle Stryker, which will be sent to Russian engineers for a thorough study. Well, as you can see, unlike last year's counteroffensive, the armed forces of Ukraine are now using formations of so-called foreign mercenaries to attack the Kursk region. Many of these foreign mercenaries are fighting in the Kursk region as part of the units of the Ukrainian army. It is reported that these are mainly Polish, French, and Georgian citizens. Moreover, many war correspondents have confirmed that the foreign fighters in the Kursk region are not ordinary mercenaries, but real active duty soldiers and officers of NATO allied countries.